My trusted roommate of 2 years used my personal information to open credit cards and take out loans in my name. When I discovered what she'd done, she vanished without a trace, leaving me with $80,000 in debt and a destroyed future. My name is Maya, and I'm 24F. I'm writing this because I honestly don't know what else to do. My life has been completely destroyed by someone I trusted more than my own family, and I'm scared I'll never recover from what she's done to me. 2 years ago, I was fresh out of college and had just landed my first real job as a marketing coordinator in Chicago. I was making decent money, but not enough to afford living alone in the city, so I started looking for a roommate. That's when I met Chelsea, 26F, through a mutual friend from work. She seemed perfect. She was older, more mature, had been working in finance for several years, and seemed really responsible with money. She even offered to handle all the utility bills and rent payments, since she said she was better at managing finances. Chelsea was charming, funny, and incredibly organized. She had this way of making everyone feel like they were the most important person in the room. When we looked at apartments together, landlords loved her immediately. She always knew exactly what to say and had all her paperwork perfectly organized. We found a beautiful 2-bedroom apartment in Lincoln Park that was honestly a bit out of our price range, but Chelsea convinced me we could make it work. She said she had been saving money for years and could cover the security deposit if I paid her back gradually. Living with Chelsea was amazing at first. She cooked incredible meals, kept the apartment spotless, and always seemed to have money for fun activities. She'd suggest expensive dinners or weekend trips, and when I'd worry about the cost, she'd wave it off and say life was too short to worry about money. I should have been suspicious about how she always seemed to have extra cash despite claiming we made similar salaries. But I was young and naive, and I trusted her completely. Chelsea had this way of making me feel like she was looking out for me, like an older sister. About 6 months into living together, Chelsea suggested we should build our credit together. She said since we were both young professionals, having excellent credit would be important for buying cars, getting better apartments, maybe even houses someday. Chelsea offered to help me apply for credit cards since she said she understood the financial system better than I did. She explained that if we applied for cards at the same time and used each other as references, we'd both be more likely to get approved for higher limits. I gave Chelsea copies of my driver's license, social security card, and recent pay stubs so she could help me with the applications. She said it would be easier if she handled all the paperwork since she had experience with this kind of thing from her job in finance. Within a few weeks, I started receiving credit cards in the mail. Chelsea would collect the mail most days since she got home before me, and she'd hand me the cards with a smile, congratulating me on building my credit. She suggested I give her the cards to keep in her file system so they wouldn't get lost or damaged. Chelsea explained that she would use the cards occasionally for shared expenses like groceries or utilities, then pay them off immediately to build both our credit histories. She showed me charts and graphs about how this strategy would improve our credit scores faster than using the cards individually. I was impressed by how knowledgeable Chelsea seemed about financial strategy. She'd show me articles about credit building and explain complex financial concepts in ways that made sense. I felt lucky to have such a financially savvy roommate helping me navigate adulthood. Over the next year, our living situation continued to be great. Chelsea and I had become close friends. Full story link below.